Good morning to Madam Jamila and fellow classmates. We are from Group 2 and today we're going to present about body language. First, what is body language? Body language is the unspeakable part of communication that we use to show our true thoughts and emotions. Body language also is the use of physical behavior, expression, and mannerism to communicate non-verbally, often done instinctively and rather than consequently. Whether we are aware of it or not, when we interact with others, we were continuously giving and receiving verbal signal. Next, moving on to what is dynamic in body language. Dynamic known as positive in attitude and energetic always with new idea. It also relates with the sound of instrument, voice and recording. Besides, dynamic is the most important part of people's feeling because it's fine to body language. It also gets different response in context, question, information, and also environment.
There are four types of dynamics in body language. The first is facial expression. The second is posture. The third is gestures. The fourth is eye contact. Now let's talk about facial expression. From looking at someone's face, we know how people show expression to deliver the message to others with their facial expression. An expression can indicate their actual feeling. Our facial expression will be different because it follows with the situation that we are in. Even though we say that we are feeling well and fine, but people can see through our face to get the answer because expression may reveal our feelings. There are some examples of emotions that can be expressed via facial expression, including sadness, excitement, worry, anger, happiness, and so on. The expression on the face can help us to determine on what people are saying. There are a variety of facial expression tied to particular emotions, including joy, fear, sadness, and happiness.
For body posture, posture refers to how we position our body when we are sitting or standing while we are communicating or conveying a message. It helps us deliver a message and also our feelings. Moreover, body posture also shows a person's personality, like how open, how sensitive, how stressed, how relaxed, or even how confident they are. For an example, if a person is sitting or standing up straight, they are paying attention or showing interest. On the other hand, if a person is hunched, they are either uninterested or feeling other negative energy. Posture can also be divided into two categories, which is closed and open posture. Closed posture is when a person forms a barrier to be defensive, such as crossed arms, closed legs, and a head which is tilted downwards. It shows that the person is worried, feeling anxious, or scared. An open posture shows that a person who has their hands on their hips, open legs, and a generally relaxed way of sitting or standing shows that a person is open to anything, confident, and feeling relaxed. Next is gestures. Gestures are body language that us humans use on our body parts to convey a message. Every gesture have a meaning and can be identified often quickly. Some gestures include cross arm, cross legs, hands on hips, thumbs up, shruggy, nodding or shaking the head. Gesture can also show feeling through facial expression, such as a frown can signal unhappiness. However, a smile can express happiness or excitement.
The next point of types of dynamic of body language is eye contact. Eye movement is a key to show our feeling or thinking of someone. When we communicate with someone, our eye movement takes an important part. Our eyes will naturally taking notes when the conversation is started. When we communicate, we have to pay attention to that person's eye signals. This is because it will be easy for us to get to know their feeling and know what they are trying to tell us. One of the examples of eye contact is blinking and eye gaze. Blinking is natural, but we have to focus to a particular person whether they are blinking for a while or a long time. This is because if someone blinks too often, it shows that they are feeling pressure or stressful. Now, why body language is important? Why we must know what our body language means? Well, there are many reasons for that. One of them is our body language will help us engage the audience and be calm and relaxed throughout our speech. The meaning here is that when we use the correct body language, it can attract the audience attention and it can also hide our nervousness when we are on stage. This has been proven, just like Baron 2020 said, when we make eye contact, maintain a confident posture and eye contact, the speech will be more dynamic and we will be able to connect with the audience. Unfortunately, there are some examples of bad body language. This includes turning our back from the audience. The reason for this is that when we turn our back from them, there will be no eye contact and it shows that we are not talking to the audience. Even though we make mistakes during our speech, but by improving our body language, it can give a huge difference. It shows whether we are giving a nice talk or persuading people. Thus, this is why knowing your body language is important.
What techniques to improve my body language? There's few examples, such as power pose, gear up our energy level, keep smiling, and also avoid our gesture above our shoulders. What is power pose? Power pose is very important to everyone. We have to prepare ourselves with a power pose when we are giving a speech or a talk. Power pose also is known as a Superman pose, where a person can put their hand on their hips when they are standing. Power pose also help us to increase confidence in front of a crowd of people and also when we are having an important meeting which we have to voice out in front of others. Because of doing power pose, we can see ourselves as a strong individual because power pose are often associated with superheroes, Wonder Woman, and Superman. By posing, by power posing, the level of testosterone, which is known as the dominant hormone, it also increases our confidence. If a person feel nervous before a meeting starts or before a speech, they have to spend some time on power pose in order to portray a confident image of themselves.
Dial up energy level. As humans, we are used to our own energy level, so we would often think that we are having the best energy level despite the other people may see us like we lack energy, which means we are not enthusiastic or passionate about what we deliver. A way to make sure we operate to be energetic is to increase our energy level by 50 hundredths to 20 hundredths. How do we achieve this? We can try to do some light exercise or even drink an energy drink to get our blood flowing. Next, we could also increase the volume, enthusiasm, and also passion of our speech. We can try to speak louder and make our voice full of energy while delivering the content of our speech by really choosing a topic we are passionate about for our speech. This is because not only we understand what we are talking about, but we also can keep the audience energetic by making it easy and interesting for them to understand. The energy levels should feel natural and in tune with the audience. Next, keep smiling. As a person who is speaking to an audience, we have to portray a positive image as we set the mood because the audience mood depends on how the speaker is. If the speaker keeps smiling, the audience will have an idea that speaker is happy and positive. Thus, setting up a happy and positive audience because smiling is viewed as happy. No matter how hard it is, the speaker have to keep smiling and keep going even if the situation is frustrating in order to maintain the mood of the audience. Maybe the person speaking can try recalling happy memories to keep smiling.
Avoid gesture above the shoulders. Avoid gesture above the shoulder if it is not necessary. This is because the speaker have to appear to be as natural as possible and not over exaggerating the situation. It could look unnatural and fake to the audience, which in turn will make them feel that the action the speaker makes is awkward. For example, Steve Jobs keeps his hands close to his body and only does hand gesture without overdoing it. Other than that, we can try to speak with our hands. We should maintain expressive hand and not just hand or stiff hands. To be expressive, we can incorporate hand gesture into our speech as it shows the emotion and also elaboration in our speech. For example, we can show transformation by the gesture of turning our hand. We can also raise our pointer finger to highlight an important issue we want to address. Besides, we can even show big by expanding our hands outwards. With this, the audience will be intrigued the expression that we portray, which will make them focus on the speaker and the content. Tips to improve our body language. Everyone get nervous about speaking publicly. In reality, most people rate public speaking as one of their greatest fears in life. The situation can happen whether to normal people until to the professional speaker. But as the professional speaker, they wisely manage their feeling. Here is a method for us to improve our body language for a great speech delivery. That is with a smile on our face. Sometimes some of speakers are hesitant to present their argument due to lack of confidence in themselves. Another tips to improve one's body language, it is necessary to use a proper body posture. This means the way one sit or stand up must be in straight position.
There are some signs to detect anxiety from two types is physical sign like sweating, head ache and breathing shortly, and emotional sign like fear of death and having difficulties concentrating. Next, we need to slow down our speech while we are talking. When someone got nervous, we can see from the way he or she speaks. It shows the audience how nervous he or she are. That's the reason why we should slowly speak. It can release our nervousness. Therefore, we must wisely control our speech because it determines effectively of our delivery. Conclusion. In a nutshell, it can be concluded that body language is very important and should often be used in our daily communication, either we notice or not. We should use body language to show our feeling and emotions such as facial expression, gesture, and posture more frequent. Showing great posture, tone of voice, eyes contact, it will send the strong message. This can build trust between the speaker and the audience. The audience will definitely give high concentration to the speaker and the message given by the speaker will reach the audience. If we use body language often, it will become more natural when we are going to talk to the audience. Eventually, we can be a great and professional speaker. Not only do they encourage body language to be understood more clearly, but they also have a voice to show emotions and message. Thank you.
Thank you.